Hi guys, and welcome back to Gardening with Creations by DX & Co. Today just wanted to do a very quick gardening video on the right time to water your plants. Let's get started. So there's a lot of debate out there on when and how to water plants, and as you can see here, I've got the sprinkler going. The sun is actually setting now. Is this the ideal time to water plants? No, but this is when I water my plants. Now, the number one time to water your plants is to water them in early morning. We're talking depending on what zone you're in and where the sun is and so on and so forth in the time of year, but specifically early spring to midsummer. The earlier the better. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., those are your time where you want to water your plants, because as the sun's coming out and heating up the day, your soil wants to be nice and wet and moist, and that gives time for the sun to actually dry off all the leaves. So that way the leaves are not sitting with that moisture on them throughout the day, but the soil has gotten down so the roots can soak up that water. So that soil has been penetrated down. Now, the next best time to water your plants is in the evening, like I'm doing. The sun is setting, there's no hot sun on them. But this time when you're watering these plants, you want to water at the base or the root. You can see I'm not doing that right now. What I'm actually doing is watering overhead. Now I am watering this bed in for the first time. I just planted it out. There's some tomato plants in there, watermelon plants. No, they're not companion plants. The tomatoes are temporary. I wanted to get them out of pots and into the ground. They'll be dug up and transplanted after a few weeks, so after the watermelon starts to establish. But back to it. So this is the second best time of day to water your plants is in the evening. Now, I personally have always watered my garden in the late evening. We're talking 7:45 p.m. when the kids go to bed. I turn the water on for about a half hour and water in the plants. I water in all of my gardens at the same time. By the time I'm done watering in all of my gardens, I go off and I shut the sprinkler off. It takes me about a half hour to do everything. So that's why I do it this way. It's about time for me, right? So the last time that people water their plants is throughout the day. Midday is absolutely the worst time to water your plants, because what happens is the water doesn't penetrate the soil, doesn't get down to the roots. What it does is actually gets a surface, and so by the time you are thinking that the soil is, or the plants are growing, they're really just not getting enough water because it's already dried up. Yes, the leaves are staying dry, which is good, and it's drying off the leaf, but it's also not getting into the soil. Now, mulch helps with watering your plants. If you mulch the top of with wood chips or hay, straw, something like that, it's going to keep that moisture longer, so it's going to be better for you overall when you're watering your gardens in. As you can see, I don't mulch my gardens other than occasionally grass clipping mulches. That's for a reason. That has nothing to do with not liking mulch. I love mulch. Unfortunately, I don't like the critters that come along with the mulch near my foundation. So these raised beds I'm hoping to get mulched in because they're away from my foundation of my house, and so maybe that'll change in the future. I do believe in mulch. I just don't do it other than grass clipping mulch, which needs to be changed out every few weeks, but it does do great for your plants. Gives back some nitrates to your plants as well. So there is when I water my plants. I actually do, as a result of this, end up watering almost daily, especially right now. We went from cold frost, right, that I told you guys before, to now we have had 4 to 5 days in a row that we are above 85 degrees even, and we're not supposed to get rain in the forecast until Sunday, which is another 4 days away, 3 days away, I guess. And and all of these plants that I just planted in last Sunday, except for these ones I planted in tonight. So it's very important that I give them a good watering. The temps overnight are staying high, so I'm giving them a good watering to establish those roots. And you know, some of them are already experiencing some transplant shock in my other tomatoes and my cucumbers, so we'll see. But this is just kind of a quick video to show you guys the importance of it. Guys, I just wanted to show you as I'm watering in this garden, you know, why I'm doing it, why I water late at night. It's really about timing. At the end of the day, it's about creating a schedule that works for you and works for your plants, because the last thing you want to do with any plants is get off schedule. Plants can't or don't do well, if you will, if you water one day and then you let it go dry for a couple days, then you water real heavy, and then you water again the next day, and then it dries out again. You just end up putting those roots into a lot of shock. So it's best to actually, even if you're watering light, do it daily. Just create a routine, or create an every other day routine, whatever you're comfortable with. Morning, as I said, is best if you can do that. I personally can't do that. Just doesn't fit in my schedule. So the important thing is find a schedule that works for you. If that's lunchtime, then my recommendation would be more of a drip system, that continuous drip system that creates something that would give that deep into the actual soil, and make sure you're mulching to keep that soil really dense and moist. Other than that, guys, that's my tips on how to water in your garden. Let me know how you guys do it. I'd love to see it in the comments down below, which way you water your gardens. What have you had success with? What zone are you guys in? Give a shout out. Let us know that you guys are watching, what you guys think. As always, I hope you guys like this video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We'll get some more content to come, and hit that notification bell. And I hope you guys are staying safe and enjoying your gardens. Thanks for watching.